The mockery started before her boots ever touched the aircraft carrier's deck. Hushed conversations echoed through ready rooms, followed by condescending grins as she passed in her aviation gear, carrying her helmet with quiet dignity. To the ship's company, her petite frame seemed inadequate for commanding a supersonic fighter that demanded absolute mastery or delivered instant death. During meal times, crew members would jest that her F-18 appeared to dwarf her completely. Others suggested she'd require extra cushions just to reach the controls. She absorbed their ridicule without reaction, understanding that chatter had never powered an aircraft skyward-only expertise could accomplish that feat. Her mission launched without incident initially. Perfect visibility stretched across calm waters while she methodically worked through procedures, burned into her memory through countless hours of training. The powerful fighter thundered off the deck and vanished into the cloud layer, leaving skeptical observers in her wake, yet normalcy has a way of shattering without warning. Deep into her patrol route, violent vibrations suddenly rocked the aircraft's frame. Emergency indicators flashed urgent warnings while her communication system dissolved into chaotic interference, as though the machine itself was crying out in distress. Complete. Hydraulic breakdown, the nightmare scenario that gives aviators mere moments to choose between, abandoning ship or attempting the nearly impossible task of nursing a crippled bird home. She controlled her breathing, pushed aside rising fear, and embraced the ice-cold training that had been hammered into her core. Emergency procedures flew through her mind with mechanical precision, but the calculations painted a grim picture. Too many critical systems had failed while too few remained functional. Flying the aircraft now felt like manipulating a marionette with severed strings rather than piloting a precision machine. The carrier sat dozens of miles away, each mile representing another battle between physics and determination. Her transmission broke through the static, measured and unwavering. "I'm bringing this aircraft home." Across the flight deck, personnel assembled in tense anticipation. They had witnessed pilots make bold declarations before, but something in her tone carried no false heroics, only unshakable resolve. Her damaged fighter appeared on the distant horizon, tilting precariously while a dark plume marked her struggle. She dropped altitude, fought for control, dropped again. Each moment balanced on a knife's edge between success and catastrophe. The recovery team prepared for the worst. She aligned with the landing path despite violent shaking in her flight controls. Steel cables stretched across the deck like mechanical predators, representing her sole chance of stopping before the vast ocean claimed both pilot and machine. Gone were the mocking expressions, now replaced by tightened jaws and laser focus on an aircraft that logic said should have already fallen from the sky. In the final instant, her tailhook engaged. The fighter struck the deck with tremendous force, bounced violently, then shuddered to a complete stop. Absolute stillness blanketed the scene. Nobody celebrated immediately. They were still processing that she had accomplished what veteran pilots might have deemed impossible. When she finally emerged from the cockpit, perspiration marking her face, she removed her helmet and crossed the deck as casually as if returning from any standard flight. The same crew who had ridiculed her stature now gazed upward as though she commanded towering presence. In the days that followed, legends would circulate throughout the ship about how she had forced a broken machine to obey her will, how she had defied every obstacle in her path. Some softened their earlier comments, claiming they had always recognized her inner strength. Others remained quiet, haunted by memories of their cruel amusement. But the ultimate validation came when the commanding officer himself approached the flight deck, studied her with newfound respect, and rendered a formal military salute. That gesture represented the true victory, the moment she transcended all doubt and ridicule. She had done more than earn her position. She had fundamentally changed what it meant to belong on that carrier. The measure was no longer about physical appearance or bravado, but about maintaining nerves of steel when the heavens turned treacherous. By that standard, she towered above every person who had ever questioned her worthiness.